Hey y'all. Why every time I'm about to go live, something crazy happens right before? They try to throw my energy off. But I'm here. I'm here. And y'all, I found some shit, y'all. Y'all gonna want to tune in. I found some shit, y'all. I'm not supposed to stop cursing. I found some stuff that you guys are gonna want to see. I was shocked when I saw it. So, and I just got off work. I was like a few seconds late because I literally almost went live with my uniform on. I had to take my shirt off and change my shirt. Hey girl. I'm getting ready to fix the TV the way that I like it. But how you doing? Is it Tyler or Tia or Taya, or is it Ty? How do you pronounce it? Do you know how to like? Can you tell me how to pronounce it? How you doing, girl? I saw some things on the internet today that you are going to want to see, and I'm gonna go ahead and pop it off with them. Like as soon as I do this thing on my TV, I'm jumping right into the videos, girl, because I could not believe what I saw. And while we watching the videos, I'll fix my hair, child, because I just got off tired, but I'm here. So, okay, Miss T, I like that, Miss T. I like that. From jail, from oh, Miss T, that was you yesterday. Oh, thank you, girl. Thank you, girl. 1 second. Let me put my fire on and I'm jumping right into the videos. Thank you for being here. You know, I really appreciate that. Did you like the content that I was doing yesterday? How did you feel about it? Did you like it? I like to put the fire on the TV in the background because it just sets like the mood when I have the fire going, you know? And it's like right before I was about to go live, something happened. And it was the devil trying to throw me off, girl, but I kept going, girl. I was like, I'm going live regardless. Because this information that I just saw, I need to share. I know my energy was crazy yesterday too. I was just trying to. I'm one of them people where if something's going on, I'd rather laugh than cry, honey. I'd rather smile than frown. That's what makes life great. When you get through your obstacles, girl. Getting through my obstacles in life gives me a story and a testimony. Can you hear me from all the way over here, girl? Let me jump into this live. All right, Miss T. Miss T, you're not gonna believe this, girl. You're not gonna believe what I saw today when it came to this Tianda and Diamond stuff, girl. Thank you. That means a lot. That means a lot. That really means a lot. That means a lot, girl. And you know, so you know that, girl, I'll cry in a minute, girl, and you a witness to that. So, but I'm not doing that today. But you know, just stuff like that just means a lot, especially you know I talked to you yesterday, so you already know. But I'm pushing through, and I'm happy. Like I'm happy with you know the results that I got yesterday, as far as like how I felt after the live. Um, you know, just the response, interacting with y'all, like that really made my day, and that's the encouraging stuff that I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I would get on here and it wouldn't be anybody, but I would just keep going. You know what I mean? What's what? When you said what's that? What you mean? Oh, behind me, the TV. Talking about the TV. I'm glad. Keep it up. Thank you. And I will. And I will. And I can't wait to see your stuff too. I can't wait to see your stuff. As soon as you start, I'm gonna promote your stuff. As soon as you start, I'm gonna be telling everybody about it. I'm gonna review it and everything. Because that's another thing about YouTube. It's like it's nice to have support. And I'll definitely support you because I know how it feels just coming in it. Because I'm still just coming in it. And look, we here, we doing this thing. So, all right. Thank you guys for coming to my channel. Welcome to Becoming King Lexus. We have been going over the Diamond and Tianda Bradley story, and things have been coming out left and right, y'all. Things have been coming out left and right, and we started from the beginning in part 1 and part 2. Okay, yes, I'm about to tell you. Okay, yes, we started in part 1 and part 2. Remember, we started with the beginning of the story. We talked about how it happened. We talked about pretty much from A to B of how they were mixing the times, the mix-ups, the lies that Tracy told, the polygraph that she had to take, George Washington, the things that he did, the 55-gallon drum, the burning the trash in the drum inside the garage and not outside. Most people burn trash outside, Miss T. He was burning it inside in his garage. He told the police that they were going to go camping, but that was a lie. The camping trip never happened, and it was never going to happen. The reason why he said that to the police is because he needed to explain between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. He went to Home Depot and he bought a certain special kind of gloves. He bought a 55-gallon drum. He bought, or maybe he already had the drum, but he bought the gloves. He bought like zip ties. He bought camping materials, and he bought 55-gallon bags, these special bags, right? Yes, girl. And I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna refresh you. I'm gonna find a quick refresher that's like a 2-minute video to let you see everything he did, because now we're in the deep stuff now, because this is 20 years moving forward where we are now. And Diamond, a potential Diamond has come out. I believe that it's Diamond, and it's more things that I'm about to show you now that's gonna make you really feel like it could be Diamond too. But back to George Washington. His name is George Washington, right? Also, an important thing you need to know is that the 10-year-old Tianda, Diamond was 3 when this happened. Tianda was 10. Tianda was there watching the children. Yep, I got you. I got you, sis. Yes, Tianda was there watching her sister Diamond, right? 10 years old, 3 years old. We're talking about the hours of 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. The mother was not there. The mother said that she was working. Get this, she was working for a to pack lunches for a camp, like a summer camp. She was working to pack lunches for a summer camp, and she left her 10-year-old and her 3-year-old daughter at home. It doesn't make sense. It already didn't make sense to me, because when you work at places like daycares and camps, I mean, I couldn't imagine you having childcare problems and nobody being understanding about that and saying, hey, just bring them with you to work. You know what I'm saying, girl? 10 and 3. And Diamond was actually, I mean, Tianda, the 10-year-old. Hey, Raven. Okay, sis. Okay. I'm just catching Miss T up on everything that's been going on. I'm glad that y'all here. Thank y'all for showing up for me. I appreciate it. And today, y'all are gonna be glad that you showed up, because I found some stuff, y'all. I found some stuff. But yeah. So where was I? Okay. So another thing, Miss T, is that Tianda was in a daycare. She was signed up for a daycare, so she didn't have to be home. And Diamond was 3, so if nothing else, she could have let Tianda go to the daycare that she was. I mean, not the daycare, but the summer camp that she was already in, and she could have let Diamond, the 3-year-old, go to work with her. Come on, they wouldn't have had a problem with that. They would have said, "Bring your baby, because we need you to pack these lunches." That's why I don't believe that. I believe that she probably did have the job, because I'm sure that the police probably had to verify that she had this job. But why not bring your children? It doesn't make sense. So another thing is, the boyfriend George, who is the father of Diamond, who was 3 years old. This is what I was talking about yesterday when I said that I think that Tianda was afraid of George. And the reason why I say that is because George and the mother were together for at least 4 years, because they had to have enough 9 months to make Diamond. I mean, not 9 months, yeah, for Diamond to be baking in the mama's stomach. And let's put another month on there for conception, even if they even if she got pregnant the first day she met him, right? Tianda had to at least know George Washington for 4+ years, because that's how long him and the mom were dating or whatever. Because Diamond was 3 years old. Add 9 months to that, add another month for conception, right? So that's almost 3 years. I mean, almost 4 years. So why is it when he came to the door, Diamond did not let him in? Diamond called her mother, which I'm proud of her for doing that. She called her mother and she told her, said, George is at the door. He's talking about he wants us to go with him to get the cake. Should we let him in? So she didn't even want to open the door for George without her mother, which lets me know that she did not trust George, which lets me know she wasn't comfortable with him. He wasn't like a dad to her. And him and the mom were together. So did he live there too? Or was he just like a nighttime thing for the mom? Or were they just drug buddies or something? Because also George had another girlfriend, right? Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind that George had another girlfriend, because that's going to come up later on in the case. So after that, the phone call, they how they even heard that voicemail, the phone call that the girl gave to her mom, that Tianda gave to her mom, the mom didn't say that at first, that there was a voicemail. No, absolutely not. When the mother was being interrogated by the police for 70 something hours, they had her because she was the number one suspect, because she lied about a lot of things, and also she did not report them missing until a day later. Who doesn't report their daughters that vanished out of the apartment? Who goes all day, goes to sleep, wake up the next day, and reported at 5 o'clock on the 6th when they were missing on the 5th at about 11 or 12 a.m.? It didn't make sense to me. Also, remember when the voicemail, the girl said that he wanted us to go pick up the cake because whose birthday was it? Rita's birthday was coming up. Now, Miss T, also keep in mind that Rita is the older sister, okay? The lady Tracy had 4 children. Her children were the names of Victoria, who was the oldest, Rita, who was in the middle, Tianda, third to the youngest. I mean, third to the, you know what I mean, number 3. Baby number 3 was Tianda. And then baby number 4 was Diamond. Tianda was 10, okay, when this happened. So if Rita and Victoria are older than Tianda, that somebody is old enough to legally sit at home with their siblings, because you got to put 9 months on their birthdays, and they are even more older than that. I believe that at the time that the whole thing happened, somebody in one of those children was at least 13 years old, is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So on top of that, right? Hey, Deanna, we miss you, girl. We miss you, girl. You came back on a good day too. You back on a good day. I'm doing the rundown now. Anybody who have any questions about what happened in the past, like what I'm about to talk about, ask your questions now, because I found some stuff. So I got to get y'all caught up to where we are now, because these videos that I saw, TikTok, boy, I got to get on TikTok. I found some TikTok stuff, and it's stuff that's not on YouTube, y'all. It's not on YouTube. Y'all not going to, y'all. So let me get through it. Ooh, let me get through it. So, where was I? Okay, yeah. I was telling you that there are 4 children. One of those children was at least 13. But Rita thought that it was Rita thought that it was a good idea to separate the children, to send the 2 oldest children to their grandmother's house and leave Diamond and Tianda at home, not send Tianda to the summer camp that she had, so she could at least just have one child she got to watch. She left them together. And everybody in the news outlets, everybody, they thought that this was a one-time thing. It was not a one-time thing. Her, a family member, Fifi. Shout out to you, Fifi. I saw a video that I'm going to show today. My heart goes out to you, Fifi, honestly. And I'm glad that you are speaking out. Somebody's got to blow the whistle. And Fifi, y'all, my heart goes out to Fifi. You'll know why in a minute. So now, per Fifi, she was saying in her video, if somebody would have just called DCFS on Tracy and got the kids took, and that the kids wouldn't be missing. That's how bad it was, y'all. This lady was leaving them kids at home all the time. All the time. There was speculation about her having a drug problem, and it is all adding up. And y'all know it's a no judgment zone over here. I believe that all people can change because I did. So it's no judgment on her, but I'm going to say the facts. The facts are the facts. Whether it's good or bad or sounds good or bad, I'm going to say it. Okay? So not only that, but she went on to have another child with George Washington. Yeah, they had another baby. And it's just like, they had another baby together. I could never. You don't know, you basically are covering for this man. And it's all, his hands is all over it. They tried to muddy the waters because they have another neighbor named George. And they tried to muddy the waters and say that they had another neighbor named George, by the way, who was the sex offender. The neighbor who George they had, he was a sex offender, y'all. I hope I ain't say the wrong words on here. Child, he was a, I gotta figure out another way to say it besides the S word. Is that a bad word to say on here? I shouldn't say that, right? He was a, I gotta think of another word. He was a flex offender, okay? He was a flex offender, okay? But they knew him by a different name. They did not know him by George. Yeah, he was an SO. Thank you, baby. They thank you, Miss T. They didn't know him by George. They knew him by a different name. They knew him by a nickname, not George. So we know it wasn't him because they probably didn't even know his name was George. So that didn't work. Our eyes are still on George Washington and Tracy. They were the number one suspects in this whole crime that was taking place. But guess what? Neither one of them served a time in jail. I feel like if nothing else, Tracy should have served time in jail just for the simple fact that she lied to the police and gave them 4 different stories. When the news would come and try to speak to this lady, guess what? She didn't want to talk to the news. When the news would come around and try to talk to her, she didn't want to talk to them. That's why you'll see images of her like this, like, oh, I'm just so tired. She was tired of the news. She didn't want to talk to the news. She didn't want to talk to the news. And it's a reason for that. Like, we're not dumb. It's a reason that you did not want to speak to the news. It's a reason why you wanted to make this all go away. Just like she said in the recent vigil that they did, which we're going to see today. The recent vigil that they did, she wanted it to go away. That's why I put in Tracy wants it all to go away. She wants it all to go away. It's not going away, Tracy. It's not going away. It's not going away. And it's like you're saying you want your daughters to go away. Is that why all of this happened? Because you wanted them to go away? Because that's what it's giving. Is that what you wanted from the jump, for them to just go away? Because Rita and Victoria were self-sufficient. They did not need you. They was raising themselves because they were over the age of 10. And everybody in here, we know about 10, 11, 12, we have seen kids be able to, latchkey kids, 10, 11, 12 years old, be able to take care of themselves and do what they need. They're self-sufficient by that age. Even when it comes to food, they can make their own sandwiches and everything. But they still are too young to parent a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old. That wasn't their job. So it's almost like, did you want them to go away because they was too much for you, because you wanted to get high? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not cutting corners anymore, because I see that's what people been doing for you for this entire 20 years. And while they've been cutting corners, worrying about your feelings, the girls been still missing. Where are the girls? So in honor of trying to do my best by those girls, I am not going to cut corners, and I'm not going to sugarcoat shit for you, because you don't deserve it anymore. You've had it sugarcoated for 20 years. 20 years you've been protected. by people who say that they love and miss Tiana and Diamond. If you love and miss Tiana and Diamond, then why are you protecting the woman who doesn't love and miss them? The woman who wants it to all go away. If you love and miss Tiana and Diamond, then you should be on your rooftop screaming the truth like Fifi. Fall back, Rita, because this is not your plight. This has nothing to do with you. This is about your mother. You were too young to have any responsibility for this. Stop feeling like it's your responsibility. Stop feeling like it's your responsibility to protect your mother. You got to remember, these are your siblings too. So you love your mom, yeah, but don't you love your siblings too? And the reason why I'm addressing this, y'all, and I'm saying this, yes, that's why we're going to go all weekend. Deanna, you see what God do, Deanna? It's a special coming out this weekend, y'all. And that's why your girl is lit. That's why your girl is lit. Because I'm sitting here doing this show, y'all. And I'm like, this is a passion project. You know what I'm saying? Because it was something that I was passionate about. And then I look up and I see it's a special getting ready to come out this weekend. I'm going to be tired this weekend, y'all, because I got to work every day. But I'm going to go live every day. Every day. Y'all caught up? Are y'all ready? And for the ones who are not all the way caught up, I just got to show this, right? But if you have any questions, feel free to ask the questions, because I can't stay in that part, because we keep going back to that part and it kind of get us a little, we need to move forward, right? So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to go ahead and play the things that I got, and then I'm going to play a video that'll summarize everything for you, and I'll interject with the details. And the reason why I'm going to have to do that is because nobody got the story straight. It's only one group of people that I feel like got the story straight, and that is True Crime Garage. And those are the videos that I reviewed in my part 1 and part 2. So after this video, if you want to know anything, all you got to do is go back and start from part 1 and move forward. Like some of the videos are skipping, but I didn't delete them because they might have pertinent information that we need later, which we ended up needing. So I will redo some of those things so that it can be more clear and concise for y'all. But y'all ready for these slides that I found? Y'all ready for this? Let me put my earbuds in, because it'll be easy for you guys to hear one of these videos, but it'll be hard for me. So I need to make sure I got my earbuds in. Let me turn the Bluetooth off. Okay, yeah. I need to turn the Bluetooth on my computer real quick so that way I can hear everything that y'all can hear. Y'all, this is this is gonna be thank you, sis. Deanna, just wait, Deanna, just wait. It's coming. It's coming. It's gonna be crazy. Okay, hello. Yeah. I want to tell y'all what it is, but look at that. Okay. Okay. We connected. All right. Let's turn the volume up. Perfect. All right. All right, we're gonna start from the bottom. Y'all put your earphones in, y'all, because I'm gonna just let it play, because y'all know how stuff went down. So I'm about to just let it play. No. Yes.
So, hi guys. A little emotional at the moment. Um, I want to talk about something. So, I have a lot of people that are now angels. Back in form, they're gone. I've accepted everyone being gone. I've moved on from no longer questioning or angry, others at the moment that is. Um, but the kid in me who lost two cousins, one young, Tiana was 10, Dinah was 3. I was 7 at the time. This was 2001. I have family members who I have people who are themselves, suicide, friends who've done the same thing, drug overdose, um, horrific things happened to one of my sisters, car accidents, um, dying in your sleep. Um, but the hardest thing I've ever had to live through and live on with would not be any of them dying. I'm now at a point in my life where I understand for me and my sanity and my peace that I've been missing since 2001. He got kidnapped. It's almost 2023. I still remember as a little girl watching the WGN Channel 7 news. Was it Channel 9, Channel 7? I don't know. I don't watch TV no more, so I don't know. But I remember it was on and it said missing and had their pictures. It blew my mind. Um, to know that someone is dead and gone, you know they're dead and gone. To not know, it aches the family of missing people, the unknown, the year after year, people acting like they them. Ain't nobody telling you shit. Nobody act like they know shit. Just like vanished, really into thin air. They was only 10 and 3. The Bradley sisters, Tiana and Diamond, July 6, 2001. I miss y'all so much.
Mm. That's the most genuine call that I have heard so far. That's the most genuine one. And no ma'am, these are not the ones. No ma'am. I see what I gotta do. Hold on, y'all. Cause I just exited out the wrong one. I need to go right back to where I was. Don't play with me, y'all. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Hold up, y'all. I don't wanna- All right. Now where was it? Where was it? Hold on, y'all, because it had deleted. I gotta go back there and get it. Where was it? Where was it? It was this girl. That's how I know when I found it. Hold on. I know how to find it because I was just on it. Where is she at? It was under the George Washington one. It was under the George Washington one. Hold on. You know what? This is probably it right here. This is probably it right here. Because I was trying to find. Yeah, this it. Yeah. Because I was trying to find other pictures of Tracy. Yeah. And then I went under this. I found it. And then I went down here. Where is it? That's it. All right, boom. This one of them. This it. My bad, y'all. We back. This is that nigga. These are the two girls who Raylan was with. They about to tell us what happened. They about to tell us everything. These are the two girls. I know it's no sound, sis, because I paused it. Here. So I paused it, y'all, for a second, real quick. I'm looking at the chat right now. Is everything good with the stream? Can y'all hear me and everything? I'm not gonna go to the other screen because I need to make sure we good. It looked like I'm not moving in this stream. Is everything good? Oh yeah, everything good. Okay. So y'all, did y'all hear that? So first thing, she did not like come straight to her saying it. She didn't come straight to her and say she was Diamond Bradley. And then she said when she asked her how, she started running down memories. So y'all, just like I was telling y'all, she was 3, but she remember that shit. She remember it. And they've been trying to give her medicine, hormones, and all of that. Miss T, I'm gonna tell you about this other family that she was with. Don't worry, I'm gonna fill you in on everything about this other family that she was with. They were trying to say that she had mental health issues, and they were using that to, I believe, like take away her truth. You know what I mean? The fact that she knew that she had been kidnapped. Let me shut up and let y'all finish listening. Mm, it does. Woo, they believe her. They believe her. I believe it too. She got pictures as a baby. I mean, they explicit, but she does have pictures. This is a case of a trafficking ring, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And then when you look at George Washington, he seemed like he probably got $20,000 per child or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably sold them babies, man. He probably sold them into trafficking. And once I show y'all this, I'm gonna bring it back for a minute because I want to show y'all something about how this was so easy for Tracy to be able to deal with, y'all. It reminded me of something that I'm gonna show y'all, but I'm gonna let y'all finish listening to this. the person who's doing the interview, I don't think they know the whole story from beginning to end, because they need to be more serious to get more information. Like, he's playing, talking about you took her to the federal. Like, bypass that, nigga. We trying to get the tea. What really happened? Like, stop with that playing. Oh, Lord. The family gave it to her. Jesus. No. What y'all think about that? Oh, man. Oh, hell. Well, we about to play it again then if y'all can't hear. Was y'all not able to hear because I paused it, or was y'all not? Wait. They say that to cover up truths. Can't hear anything. Can't hear. Can y'all hear me right now in this moment? Am I frozen? Okay. I'm finna play it again.
She's from Maryland. Mm-hmm. So she ended up traveling all the way to Houston to my cousin. That's where she met my cousin in Houston. Mm-hmm. And when she met my cousin, after a while, she started opening up to my cousin and showing her pictures and all that, and said that she thinks she was the missing Diamond Bradley out of Chicago.
Now, hold on. Now, how did y'all even stumble across this missing person, and what made?
Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so I was at work one day. So I work at a it's like a exotic store. Like you got the stripper shoes, the dance clothes. So she came in to talk to somebody about a job. Okay, so we end up meeting each other there. We end up going. We was partying, stuff like that. When I met her, when she first met me, she told me, she was looking to be a dancer or either a bottle girl. Okay, cool. So I want to say like a day after I met her, something had happened with a person who she was living with, or whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna state no names or whatever. And she called me. She was like, they put me out. I have nowhere to go, and this and that. So I'm like, I got a good heart. I'm like, well, I ain't basically just say you can come stay with me. I'm like, well, you can just come pull up over here. If you want to talk, we can talk and stuff like that. So she ended up pulling up. We ended up going to have a drink, talk, or whatever the case might be. So at that point, I knew she was homeless. She didn't have nowhere to go.
Right.
I ended up taking her in. I'm not gonna lie, she didn't tell me about this Diamond Bradley story when she first met me. She did not.
Right.
She just told me she allegedly thought that she was a missing person. I'm like, okay, right. What makes you think that? And basically, she just started running down to me all her life stories.
So she don't know her mama?
Pictures. What you said?
She don't know her mama or dad?
Okay, so the people who raised her, a mom and dad, but she feel like that's not her mom and dad. She said she remembered that she didn't know these people about when she was about like 3 years old. She remembered being transported in a car with another sibling to another state. That's how she ended up in Maryland.
And how old is she now?
Right now, well, if she's the person that she thinks she is, she'll be 25. But on the birth certificate that she have now under the Raylan name, she's 21. But hold up, it gets better. Okay. It gets better. So once she told my cousin that she felt like she was a missing person, she went as a normal person would do and then looked up missing persons from a certain, I think she said she did from 1998 until, like back in those years when she was a baby, like younger years. Right. So she said she stumbled up on the Diamond Bradley story and they mentioned a scar that was on her head. So and she had the same scar? She got the same scar. So
they believe it's her, Jason.
She was like,
just listen, keep listening.
And then she was looking, she had pictures as a baby. I mean, they're explicit, but she does have pictures as a baby. And that was given to her, that's saying this is her. That the people are saying is her, the people who got her now or who was raising her, who raised her. Right. And she was like, she feel like she was that girl because that exact same scar she had. So then when she told my cousin, finally broke out, like one day, at first she didn't say nothing, but she was just crying one day. And she told my cousin, she was like, I think I'm this missing child. She was like, all my life, I never felt like this was my family. I felt like I was like a slave in this family. Like I felt like, like I knew I was different. Okay, so can I ask y'all where is Diamond now? So I'm gonna just tell y'all this. So okay, I just felt unsafe right now. So I feel like the best thing for me and her to do is part ways, because when I woke up this morning, my tires was flat, my windows was busted. It's like everything is just getting so serious. So like I told her, I gave her some money. She have her own car. She have her own phone. I mean, I gave her some money. I told her, look, I don't mean no harm about it. I wish I could stay with you. But for the safety of me and my kids, I have to go my way and you have to go your way. Just until the DNA come back. I said, if you need anything, you can call me. If you feel, that you're in danger, you can call me. But right now, I feel like the best thing was for me and her to do was to separate for my safety and the safety of my kids, because right now I'm not safe. So you kicked the girl out? No, I didn't kick her out. The thing is, I asked her to call her family, and it was like she gave me like this scared look, like I don't want to call them. So I'm like, well, you gotta let these people know that I'm not holding you hostage and that you okay. Okay. They're not gonna understand it until we explain how deep it gets. Okay, let me explain how deep it gets. Hold up, cuz. Okay. So look. So once she said that, my cousin immediately took her to the FBI in Houston. You took her to the federal? Yeah. What else was she supposed to do? She said she a missing child. So what we did was, first we called the Houston Police Department. She told them her situation. They thought it was a joke. They laughed. They say, Houston don't have a missing person unit. Okay, cool. They say, y'all have to go to the FBI. So she called the FBI, and the FBI told her to come up there, let me see what she's talking about. So when we made it to the FBI, they looked at the ID that she had. They say, this not real. Like, is your ID fake too? I'm like, my ID is real. I say, her shit might be fake, but mine is real. So then she got to breaking down the ID from. Okay. The family gave it to her. She said the family gave it to her. Oh, Lord. The people that raised it. So she gave them the birth certificate too. And they said the birth certificate wasn't real.
Okay, y'all, part 3. This is about to be steaming hot. Yesterday, I posted Diamond.
All right, y'all. So this is what I'm going to do. I stopped streaming. I'm going to give it a break before I go to the next video. We're going to see what y'all think about this. I'm going to go on up and we're going to see what y'all think about this as y'all was listening. From the part where... Okay, this was Wayne. Okay. All right, so I need to know what y'all saying. Okay, you wanted to know more about George Washington. Hey, how you doing? Glad you're here. Everybody say hey to Kelly. Kelly Harbert. Thank you. Welcome. Have a seat. Get a snack, girl, because it's about to get real up in here. Cause that's not the only video. So y'all, basically, what I got out of that, right? Because the way that I found that video, and I wrote the things down on it so that I can go and find more. Now, what I got out of that video, those are the actual friends, y'all. And the things they were saying is facts. They believe her. They believe her. And the things that really got me is when she said that she just broke down crying one day. Imagine, remember I was telling y'all before I even seen this video, I was telling y'all that's a hell of a gaslight. That's a lifetime gaslight, y'all, for somebody to be telling you, no, you wasn't kidnapped, girl. I'm your mama. Girl, girl. But you didn't know that somebody else is your mama and a bitch come in your life when you 3 years old and be like, no, you crazy. I'm your mama. No, I'm your mama. No, that's horrible, bruh. That's worse than the hand that rocks the cradle. I was at work today and I was thinking about the hand that rocks the cradle, but that's more of a Kamaya Mobley type of situation. This ain't that. This ain't that. This is not that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. I can't believe this. Yeah, me too, Deanna. I think so. And did y'all see in the beginning of the video, y'all saw where she was the lady was saying, okay, y'all, it's about to get deep. I was looking for photos of George Washington, but the ones I posted yesterday was not him. This is him. Did y'all see the pictures of George Washington in the beginning of that video? Do y'all want to watch that video one more time, or do y'all want to go on to the next video? She went how she was feeling inside herself. Yes, Deanna. Indiana, you know how I get, like, I hate that for her. You know what I'm saying, girl? Like, oh man, mm, to be in a house and to be in a family and know that you don't belong there, you know, and know that you don't belong there. Do another one, then go, okay. So this the next one, y'all. Let me go to it first, y'all. It's just crazy, y'all. This shit is crazy, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I'm about to share the screen again. Screen share. All right. I wish I could blow it up bigger for y'all, but I don't want to take no chances, honey. All right, next one.
22 years later, let's reevaluate. Tianda and Diamond Bradley, missing from Chicago. The reason I decided to reevaluate this case and reevaluate videos and reevaluate statements that were made by the public, the police, the family, is because I noticed that the family was getting severely
and we're gonna be right here watching it together.
The public started to point their fingers back at the family rather than to only point their fingers at the designated person whom the family designated for the entire world, including the FBI and local law enforcement in Chicago, to point their fingers at. And that is at George Washington. But after re-listening and watching videos, I have to beg the question, why was George Washington only publicly stated by family members and the law enforcement as to the person who may be responsible for the girls being missing, when previously sexually assaulted by male family members? So I have to ask the question, why weren't any male family members with a history of sexually assaulting these girls having their fingers pointed at by the family. You said that the girls.
So apparently the
We'll
Chicago
watch that
streets
after
have
I
been
bleep some
talking for
stuff
years, and
out.
what they are
Yeah.
saying is that Diamond and Tiana. Hey, my lovely. So this morning around 12:30 a.m., I am on TikTok, and of course, I am approving people's comments to be on my content. It was my last video that I had posted of the correct date of the private investigator saying that the girls went missing on July 5th, 2001. I noticed comments, three of them actually, was from Diamond and Tianda Bradley's aunts. I don't know which one of the aunt it was, but they wrote me three times saying that I needed to remove my content and that or legal charges is going to be pressed against me. My whole thing is, what are you hiding?
Okay, that's
The
when the
private
family
investigator
threatened
is the
her.
one that said that, you know, they went
That's when the
missing.
family threatened her. We saw
I
that
won't
video.
stop, won't mess my groove up, cause I already know how.
That was fake.
Okay, both
Okay,
the
here we
children
go.
and the father were polygraph tests, believe it or not. But the public don't know that because we don't publicly state that to the public. The public wants you guys to hear what you want to hear, and that's all the negativity, which is the reason why my niece has been missing for such a long time, because the public come in with all of these negative comments and
That is
not know
not
the
why.
backstory of it, because we're not allowed to talk about a certain part of the case. But thank
That's
you for
not
your
why.
comment. Okay, both the children and the father were polygraphed.
It wasn't uncommon for Tianda to be home alone with her sister Diamond, who was 3 at the time, and Tianda was 10.
A note said they had gone to the store in the park, but the family says the note seemed off.
The Bradley family is convinced that this note was not written by Tianda. However, the FBI was able to confirm through handwriting analysis that Tianda was the person who wrote the note. But the Bradley family has noted several inconsistencies that make them believe that this note could be the work of their kidnapper. The spelling and grammar in the note was absolutely perfect, which is weird if a 10-year-old wrote it, and it doesn't match up with the way that Tianda spoke. Their family believes that she was forced to write the note by a potential kidnapper. The Bradley family searched for almost 7 hours that afternoon. There was no sign of the girls anywhere. Dozens of family and friends were helping Tracy search for the girls. One person was not, and that is George Washington, her on and off again boyfriend. It's been said that he was off with another girlfriend. And Tracy and George definitely had a pretty toxic relationship, so this is not totally surprising, but given the circumstances, to me this is very weird. Why would he not want to help find the girls? And the police wondered the same thing. It wasn't uncommon for Tianda to be home alone with her sister Diamond, who was 3 at the time, and Tianda was 10.
A note said they had gone to the store in the park.
We'll talk about that next.
George made 40 calls over the span of 24 hours, but there was a break in these calls between 7 and 9 a.m., which is approximately the time that it's believed the girls were kidnapped. So George has remained a person of interest in their disappearance, but he has never been named a suspect. There have definitely been some people who have looked at Tracy's behavior in the early weeks as suspicious as well. 2 weeks after the girls went missing, there was a nearby store that captured surveillance footage of 2 girls walking by, and they matched the description of Tianda and Diamond. So they ended up bringing still images from the footage to Tracy's apartment, but she refused to even view the images and wouldn't even let investigators in. As the years passed by, the Bradley family, the Chicago community, and the police have continued to hold out hope for these little girls. There have been a few alleged sightings of the girls over the years, but each time someone comes forward claiming to be one of them, the Bradleys are only ever let down. George made 40 calls over the span of 24 hours, but there was a break in these calls.
Aunties, no, she does not. She was the one, but she had a unique smile and her ears came out like that. So you can see her ears on here. They actually come out very largely, and her smile is so unique. I've never seen no one have the smile that my beautiful niece has. I'm sorry. So we found out later on, allegedly, that they were supposed to be going camping. Oh, she was at Jesus Roof the whole time. So who is? Can you please elaborate just a little bit? Is there something that you want to know that I can possibly share with you? Because your comments is making me feel some type of way, and I just want to clear the air with you. So if you have a question, just ask it to me, and I'll make sure you get the right answer. Okay.
Which part you don't believe, Jason? Because this one she's lying. This one likes to lie. This one likes to cover up. But she has good intentions, though.
No, Kalisa.
She has good intentions,
no.
but she's covering up for her
Nothing,
sister.
nada.
They're getting on her in the comments, though. Watch this.
Why can't I see who's comment? Who is? Your comments is being blocked by TikTok because I can't see none of them.
You blocking them. You see how she just lie? She's just a liar. Like, come on. You got to be honest, babe.
Thank you so much for clearing that up, Queen Bee. Yeah, I can.
I could
How old did you say they were again? So as of today, Tianda is 32 and Diamond is 25. Aunties, no, she does not. She was the one, but she had a unique smile and her ears came.
We're going to go back to this one because we got to pause to read it. We're going to go back to it.
Missing persons case of the Bradley sisters, last seen in their Bronzeville home in 2001. Tonight, a woman in Texas claims to be Diamond Bradley, who was just 3 years.
Okay, I've gotten this question. I think I've answered it a couple times, but I'm going to make a video about it. Their mother, Tracy, was a number one suspect along with her boyfriend, George Washington. They both got cleared, I think. She became clear, and then they didn't have any evidence from the boyfriend until they let him go. She had some more kids with the boyfriend, George. Then she moved away. Now, I know she doesn't go on the television series. She doesn't do interviews. The woman is traumatized. She was literally the number one suspect in the case of her missing children. I think her and her kids and her family, her side of the family, have made up their minds that something happened to the girls and that they're gone, and they're not coming back. But the other side of the Bradley family has not given up hope. In my opinion, I think she should be doing interviews, but if she wants to stay quiet, that's on her. Okay, I've gotten this question. I think I've answered it a couple times.
It's on her. It's on her.
But why would neighbor George buy Victoria a cake or say he was going to buy Victoria a cake or even know that it was Victoria's birthday?
Victoria's birthday is the oldest. Victoria.
You can buy a cake without children.
Right. Also true.
So neither of these Georges were supposed to watch the kids.
Correct.
So
neither one should be buying a cake for anyone and taking the kids to do that.
Yeah, exactly my point.
Yeah. The other thing though is apparently they called neighbor George by some nickname. So
she
would have even said George if she was talking about neighbor George.
All right, so it's George.
Right? I mean,
come on.
George.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Allegedly, sure, but unless George has a fucking solid alibi at this point, I'm already sold.
Yeah, and so this is where it gets sticky though, because obviously this voicemail is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, gigantic piece of evidence. But according to the family, Chicago police but why would neighbor George buy Victoria a cake or say he was going to buy Victoria a cake or even know that it was Victoria's birthday?
Or again, you can buy a cake without children.
Right. Also true.
So neither of these Georges were supposed to watch the kids.
Correct.
So
neither one should be buying a cake for anyone and taking the kids to do that.
Yeah, exactly my point.
Yeah. The other thing though is apparently they called neighbor George by some nickname.
But keep that cake in mind.
Hey, it's me. Thank you so much for your question. I want to make sure that you guys understand your questions are very valuable and very important to me. So I want to make sure that I get to those questions if I can. The reason why I go so hard is because of this comment here. Without you guys, I would not be or have the strength to even search for my niece's Diamond and Tianda. Their names should be shared. Their names should be said. They should be known around the world.
Yeah,
And
now you
that's the
saying all of
reason
this
why I will never ever give
because
up.
you know she's
Now,
been
with that being
found.
said, if this is Diamond, we will share that DNA test. But before we do, we want to make sure that we build a great relationship with her before anyone else knows it. With that being
See?
said, continue to share,
They gonna
continue to
lie this
comment,
much.
continue to say Diamond and
She
Tiana
tell on
name,
herself.
and
See, you can't lie
continue
to me.
to stay positive
I'm
about
gonna catch the
everything because
lies.
every positive
Let it
outcome
play
always
again, y'all.
outweigh
Listen to
those
what she
negative
said.
comments. In the
When the
meantime,
DNA
I do
test
ask that you
comes,
guys continue
they're
to pray
going
for my
to
family
hide
and
it
I,
from
and
us
we will greatly
until they
appreciate
talk
that.
to her
Thank you so much. It's me. I
and get a
appreciate all
relationship
of
to make
your
them all
questions
look
because they
good.
are valuable
They
and
still
important
worried
to
about
me.
making themselves look good.
Hey, it's me. Thank you so
Listen,
much for your question. I want to make sure that you guys understand your questions are very valuable and very important to me. So I want to make sure that I get to those questions if I can. The reason why I go so hard is because of this comment here. Without you guys, I would not be or have the strength to even search for my niece's
George
Diamond and
Washington,
Tianda.
the only
Their
one,
names should be
Jason,
shared. Their names should be said.
is George
They should be
Washington,
known
babe.
around the world. And that's the reason why I will never ever give up. Now, with that being
It's
said,
gotta
if
be.
this is Diamond, we will share that DNA test. But before we do, we want to make sure that we build a great relationship with her before anyone else knows it. With that being said, continue to share, continue to comment, continue to say Diamond and Tiana name, and continue to stay positive about everything because every positive outcome always outweigh those negative comments. In the meantime, I do ask that you guys continue to pray for my family and we will greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. It's me. I appreciate all of your questions because they are valuable and important to me. Hey, it's me. Thank you so much.
The 10-year anniversary of the sisters disappearing.
After 10 years, where's
What's the hope
Tracy?
that, the
Where's the
prayer
mother on
vigil
the
will come
10-year
out of this,
anniversary?
and what's the message to
Gone.
them if they're
This is the
watching?
interview for the 10-year
Well,
anniversary. And who here?
there have been
Sheila.
some new developments in the case that cannot be disclosed to the public, and it may be for some safety reasons that can't be disclosed. That I think maybe we should go private more so than public. Now, that doesn't mean that we will not be fervently still searching for them, but since I'm more in close contact with the developments of the case, I have reason to believe that soon someone will probably be arrested.
Okay. And how long have you known about these developments?
And this was 10 years, 12 years ago.
Since January.
Since January.
Since January.
Okay. And you, I'm sure, discussed, some of this with your family. Is it a great feeling of hope? Is it
This is
cautiously
Rita.
optimistic about
This
it?
is Victoria.
Well, I can be
This is
optimistic
Sheila.
about it, but then when you're given the fact that it has been 10 years, a lot of people will probably think 10 years has been a long time, just like my nephew was explaining. But for me personally, it still feels like yesterday. So I have to remain as vigilant concerning the search for them, but at the same time, I have to maintain the integrity of the investigation. And again, since I've been more in close contact with the private investigators and the whole case unit, I have reason to believe
Exactly,
that
Jason.
maybe a more private
Tracy done
approach
moved away,
should
Jason.
take place at this
Had another
time.
baby with George Washington and
But
left.
I think we're still undecided as to whether or not if we should actually go private, because we wouldn't want
Now they want to go
to miss
private.
an opportunity to get the word out about them, while at the same time, someone hold this information and feel uncomfortable with bringing it forth because of, the overwhelming media.
She talking about Tracy.
Okay. And they
She
would
talking
be
about
13
Tracy.
and 20 pretty much at this point. If they were walking down the street or riding past in a car, standing on a bus stop,
would you know them? Would you say, oh, that's definitely Diamond, that's definitely Tiana?
Well, there have been a possible with the well over the years, like for example with the MySpace girl. I strongly have believed that it could have been her based upon some facial characteristics, but again, we were not able to obtain a DNA or to totally rule her out as far as the family's knowledge. But the FBI reassured us that it was not her. Um, I believe that we would know her, well, Tiana specifically, because she's older and there's a kindred spirit. You would know your own.
Okay. Okay.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So the point of this video is just trying to
Pay
basically
attention.
piece some puzzles together for
Pay attention.
everyone that is on the
This is about
outside
Tiana.
looking in. As you heard Sheila Bradley say in the beginning, that she basically is very hands-on when it comes to the investigation, and that the private investigator, the family, and also basically the police basically know who could have taken time Tiana and Diamond. Also, I connected the live where the sister Rita basically said George killed those kids, and they're talking about George Washington. They're talking about the man that is Diamond's father. Now, this picture that y'all are seeing me speak on is of the MySpace girl that Sheila was talking about in the first video. That's going to be a part 2, because this girl looks exactly like Tiana Bradley. And we're going to get to the bottom of this too, because Tiana is not being spoke about enough. And that's one of the things that I keep seeing my followers say. And I have felt the same thing. But it's because Raylan came out saying that she is Diamond Bradley. That is why so much attention is being drawn on Diamond. But it's time for us to talk about Tiana, because 7 years after they had became missing, someone in the family found a picture on MySpace, or came across a picture on MySpace of this girl. No DNA test was done. The FBI did not even do a DNA test on this girl. They went by what the parents said, that she was not Tiana. This don't make no sense. A lot of the things that the police, the FBI are doing.
The 10-year
Don't make no
anniversary
sense.
of the sisters disappearing. What's the hope that, the prayer vigil will come out of this, and what's the message to them if they're watching?
Well, there have been some new developments in the case that cannot be disclosed to the public. And
So, hi guys, a little emotional at the moment.
Okay, yeah, this is the one I showed
I want
y'all
to talk about
first.
something. So, I have a lot of people that are now angels, back in spirit form. They're gone. I've
Listen to what
accepted
happened to the people in her family.
everyone being gone.
This the
I've
cousin
moved
Fifi.
on from it. I'm no longer questioning or angry, about their deaths while I'm going through my grieving at the moment, that is. Um, but the kid in me who lost 2 cousins, one older, one younger. Tiana was 10, Dinah was 3. I was 7 at the time. This was 2001. I have family members who have been murdered. I have people who have killed themselves, suicide, friends who've done the same thing, uh, drug overdose, um, horrific things happened to one of my sisters, car accidents, dying in your sleep. Um, but the hardest thing I've ever had to live through and live on with would not be any of them dying. I've I'm now at a point in my life where I understand for me and my sanity and my peace. That, however, I have two cousins who have been missing since 2001. They got kidnapped. It is almost 2023. I still remember as a little
So she was
girl
talking about
watching
them
the
before the girl
27
came
news.
out, y'all. This was done in December 16th,
I don't watch TV no
2022.
more, so I don't know.
Fee, the cousin Fee,
But
this
you
is
know what?
real. She being real about how she feel. Because
It was
this was
on and
before
it said
Raylan
missing
came
and
out.
had their pictures. It blew my
This is the
mind.
video I showed in the beginning.
To know that someone is dead and gone, you know that they're dead and gone. To not know, it aches the family of missing people. The unknown.
Yeah. And y'all don't worry, I'm gonna play
year after year, people acting like
I'm gonna play 2 of those videos again. The one we just listened to, just in case anybody missed that one, because that was the first video that I played. Just in case anybody missed that one, I'm gonna play it again before the end of the stream, and I'm also gonna play again the piece of that interview that we saw. Now, the reason why it wasn't all together is because everything was getting snatched off of TikTok. So you kind of gotta like dig and scramble, and trust me, your girl gonna get it all, baby. Your girl gonna get it all. By Sunday, by the time that special comes out Sunday, we gonna know all the tea. Because the ghetto investigator is in town. Come here. Come here. Come here, girl. Come here. We're gonna investigate, girl. Come here, girl. We're gonna investigate. We gotta investigate, girl. Come here. We're gonna do it, girl. But no, seriously. What should tell it? Yeah, we definitely gonna tell the FBI. Okay, let's do this. One person find out how we tell the FBI and what form we should tell them in, via phone call, email, or letter, petition. I'm all for stuff like that. If y'all want to organize something like that, I am 100% all for that. Jason, Deanna, you know, Raven, Ushraya. I know where Ushraya at right now. But don't worry, she's still listening, y'all. She's still with us, but she might not be able to comment right now. But trust me, she's still with us. But Deanna, Miss T, thank you for coming. It's not over. I'm just giving y'all shout outs. It's not over. I'm just saying what's up, and I appreciate y'all for being here. That's all. But I got another video that I'm gonna show y'all, because I was just thinking, like, before I saw these videos, I had actually made another list of notes of other things that I wanted to talk about. So we actually have a full schedule. Hopefully we'll be able to get through all of it tonight. Hold on, because my note fell on the floor, child. But while I was working, I was just jotting down like little things, little notes that I wanted to make sure that I spoke about with y'all. So everything I just showed y'all, literally, while I was getting ready for the stream, I was doing more research, and I was trying to find pictures of George Washington, which we do have. And I'm going to get still photos so that I can start putting them on the screen when I speak about the people. Your girl, I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. But we need to keep in mind that this happened on the 5th and not the 6th. The FBI and the police already know that part, right? I want to talk about, before we move forward with our ghetto investigation, I want to talk about, I just couldn't understand how Tracy can be okay with all of this. You know what I'm saying? How she could sleep, without worrying about them girls, letting them girls be missing for an entire 24 hours and some change before she reported it. Because it's not like she reported it first thing in the morning on the 6th. She waited till almost nighttime on the 6th to report it to the police. I don't understand that. I don't understand how she is okay with any of this, how she can continue to have a baby, how she can have a baby with that man. And I started thinking about, all the traumas that's going on in their family. I started thinking about um all the things that Fee said that the family went through, all the SA, all the M word, all the SOs in the family, people dying, people unaliving themselves and people becoming unalive. And that video that Fee just was telling us about, she was talking about a lot of that stuff, y'all. A lot of that stuff. And I'm like, man, how did we become so okay with I'm like, how do we become so okay with hold on, I'm typing something in. I'm like, how do we become so okay with this? You know what I'm saying? How do we become like, how did this trauma just like overtake us? And y'all know exactly where I thought to go. Y'all know exactly where I had to go all the way back. And when it comes to our history, when it comes to us here in America, it's like the furthest that we can go back is slavery. That's literally the furthest that we can go back. It goes back further than that. But a lot of us now we're doing these ancestry tests and we can go back further than that. But in the beginning, especially, a lot of us couldn't go past slavery. So that's where I went, right? And I want to show y'all this video of, I want to make sure it's a short one. But it's the title of it says The Dark History of New Year's Day in American Slavery. Who knows about that? Who is familiar with any of that? Anybody in the comments familiar with January 1st to a slave? Yes, Deanna, we were. We were put to sleep. We were put to sleep and we're waking up now. But do anybody know what January 1st was to a slave? If you don't, it's cool. But I just want to get deep for a minute before I continue on with the show. Because it's abnormal. It's inhumane for a mother. We have seen animals. A bird will peck you to pieces about their edge. You understand? It's inhumane the way that Tracy reacted. I don't know amount of drugs. Y'all seen Isaiah losing Isaiah. It was a movie, but the movie came from real life situations, y'all. Y'all know that. It's inhumane the way that she just let them girls go like that. And I got to thinking. Watch this video, y'all. Hold on. Can y'all hear it? The slaves dread New Year's Day. The worst, the grim history of January 1st. I really want to show y'all a video versus this though. Let me go to a video. Let me go to a video. Is everything good with the live? Can y'all see? Okay. It's looking like everything good. Okay. All right. I want y'all to see this. I really do. Do anybody know what January 1st means to a slave? Don't worry, we're not going to be serious for the rest of the night, but I just want to get serious for like 10, 15 minutes because we got to, I'm going to get on Tracy, but like I said yesterday, Tracy was traumatized too before this, for this to happen to her. You know what I'm saying? I need a quick one. I'm gonna retitle what I'm saying. And don't be over there doing research, Raven, because I know how you do. Look. Somebody done type something. Look. Hiring day at the South takes place on January. That's right. January 1st, right? I want to show them a video too. The slaves dread New Year's Day. I hope it's not a long one. It's 17 minutes. We're not gonna we're gonna let it rock till I feel like everybody up. Can y'all hear?
Barakatha Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Barakatha Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Barakatha Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Barakatha Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Wa Barak Wa Rapah Wa Kazak. To the apostles, elders, and the brethren throughout the four corners. Back at you with another lesson. This is going to be a quick hit. You see the art, it's a Time magazine, a Time article.
I
And it
knew you
says
was here,
history of
girl.
slavery.
I
It
told
says
them
the
even if
slaves
you ain't in the
dread New
comments, you
Year's
still
Day,
here with us.
the worst, the grim history of January 1st.
Y'all listen.
Right? So then it goes on to say in this article, this is the grim history of New Year's here in America, which a lot of you are getting ready to celebrate. What, in about 2 days from now? Today's Monday, uh, um, December 30th, 2019.
Look at that
So
picture.
tomorrow evening, the 31st at midnight, people are going to be
My birthday
at New
on the
Year's parties
30th
getting
too,
drunk as a
December the
skunk,
30th.
celebrating New Year's. But for the slaves, New Year's meant something different. So let me read here. Let me keep the picture up there and then read it. It says Americans are likely to think of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day as a time to celebrate the fresh start that a new year represents. But there is also a troubling side to the holiday's history. In the years before the Civil War, the first day of the new year was often a heartbreaking one for enslaved people in the United States, which is us.
Y'all stay with me. We're going somewhere with this.
Says here, in the African American community, New Year's Day used to be widely known as Hiring Day or Heartbreak Day, as the African American
Heartbreak
abolitionist
Day.
journalist William Cooper Nell described it, because enslaved people spent New Year's Eve waiting, wondering if their owners were going to rent them out to someone else, thus potentially splitting up their families. The renting out of slave labor was a relatively common practice in the antebellum South, and a profitable practice for white slave owners and hirers. Hiring Day was part of the larger economic cycle in which most debts were collected and settled on New Year's Day, says Alexis McCrossan, an expert on the history of New Year's Eve and New Year's Day and a professor of history at Southern Methodist University, who writes about Hiring Day in her forthcoming book, Time's Touchstone: The New Year in American Life. So, what New Year's meant for us, for you black people here in America, was the families being split up because maybe one plantation owner owed another guy some money. So how he would pay it? Here, take my slave for 6 months or for a year, or just straight up give him the slave, and the debt would be forgiven off of that. See, we were a commodity. We were used like you have money in your pocket. You want to buy something at the store, or you want to buy a.
Do we get the point? Because that's not the video that I wanted to show, but it got the point. We get the point, right? Basically, what I'm trying to say, I think I can explain it a little bit better and brighter than that. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you're still playing, child. Let me stop that. What I'm trying to say is that, you know, when we were slaves, January 1st, they called Heartbreak Day. And that's why we make black eyed peas, collard greens, all the stuff for luck, because January 1st used to be a day that you wanted to be lucky enough to stay with your family. We was ripped away from our families, mothers and children. I saw a video where they was just demonstrating, it was actors of mothers and children snatching on their children, being ripped apart from their children, and then having to continue as a slave and be happy. You know what I mean? And yeah, as they do now. Yeah, they still do that in certain ways. But the reason why I thought about that was because I'm just like, it is so inhumane for a mother to just let her children be sold into ST. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I really feel like happened to them girls. I feel like that's what happened. I don't know if they was both in on it, or if it was just his idea. And she went with it because, she had a habit, a bad habit, or she couldn't take it, or she just wanted it to be over. But I feel like that's what happened. I feel like them girls are probably still here. Because if you listen to what Diamond said that she remembered, what we got from that, from the auntie Sheila, Diamond said that she remembered seeing Tianda, and then one day she woke up and she was gone. Which means that they probably gave Tianda either another family, or Tianda was forced to do some things that Diamond wasn't able to perform at that age of 3. So Tianda had to go somewhere else. That's and anybody in the family, you're more than welcome to my platform. I would love to interview with anybody in the situation. Fee, and I'm going to reach out to Fee and Rita. Rita probably won't want to talk to me because I'm telling the truth about her mother, but somebody got to do it. And I wanted to bring that up, right? What haven't you seen, sis? Because I'll play it back for you. But I wanted to bring that up because all these things that we go through, y'all, are generational cycles. And it goes all the way back to when we first got here. We had to become numb to our children being ripped away from us. We had to become numb to that. And I feel like as a result, you got unfit mothers out here. You got mothers, you know what I'm saying? It's just like sick. And I'm not saying that, Anglo-Saxon women or any other race woman, Caucasian women, that's what when I say Anglo-Saxon, I'm talking about Caucasian. But I'm not saying that they don't go through things like that. You're right, Deanna. Right. I can imagine disappointed, angry, because it's like, how can you live like that? Anybody who could do that to their children, I don't even look at them as a human. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Before this, man, that's crazy. Anybody in this world know that they can get to me in one way, and that's through my kids, because they know that I'm hard body about them. They know that I love my kids so much. They know that. They know I love my kids so much. And that I've been afraid to ruin their life, all their life, because of what I went through in mine. And I asked the question. Oh, what was it? God is very angry. Have you watched the movie Sound of Freedom? No, but DM it to me. Well, send it to me. Instagram. Send it to me on Instagram, or I'm gonna send you my number. Just let me know what your Instagram is so I can send you my number. You want to come up, Deanna? Let me see if I could drop the link so somebody could come up here and talk. Anybody who want to hit the link, feel free. If you can't, that's cool. But I definitely want somebody to hit the link on Sunday. So be ready on Sunday now. I need a panel on Sunday, y'all. We need a panel on Sunday. We need a panel on Sunday, y'all. Absolutely do. So while I'm gonna see if anybody want to hit the link, but if you don't want to hit the link, that's cool too. I got a full thing planned. So after that, like I wanted to talk to y'all about that. Talk to y'all about how this goes so deep and so far. You know what I'm saying? And this has happened so many times, y'all. But it's just now the more technology becomes more and more sharp, the more cameras, the more social media. The information is passed so fast and so strong. We're able to start finding these girls. We're able to see the truth in a lot of things, from police brutality to unfit parenting. We see it all online now. We see it all. Y'all. But guess what? It's always been going on. That last clip you had played, which Hebrew page did that come from? I was actually just on that page. I'll give it to you, sis. Wait, is that it? No, that's the George Washington one. That page not up no more because when I stopped sharing it, it blanked off. But I'll get it for you because that was the first page that I actually clicked on when I first Googled it. That was the way he was reading was what I had already clicked on. So I'll get it for you. Okay, then we did talk about Tianda, somebody coming out as Tianda on MySpace. Did we talk yesterday? I believe we talked about how many SA offenders live near that apartment. There was a park right outside. Aren't they not supposed to be near parks? There was a park right outside. Aren't they not supposed to be near parks and stuff? Yes, George Washington, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what this man looked like again, and I want you to picture what this man looked like. I want y'all to picture him coming up to Tracy and saying, "Hey, baby, I gotta wait for us to make some money. We need to get rid of these kids. We need to get rid of these kids, man. We owe this money to them, and we gotta pay this money back, man. We need to get rid of these, man, please." And it was a time when this all happened. Let me pause this video. It was a time when this all happened that Tracy was looking real nice. She was looking real nice. She had on some real nice clothes and everything. But this was years back. But I'm wondering what they got for this. Jason, I'm gonna go back to George Washington real quick. And remember that video I told y'all that did y'all want to watch again? Well, we're gonna watch it again just in case somebody here who didn't see it. Just in case somebody here who didn't see it, we're gonna go to that video again while I line up what's next.
Posted Diamond Bradley's father, George Washington, and that was not the correct picture. I was moving too fast. This is the correct man right here. Y'all can compare and see if he looks like Diamond, aka Raylan. But y'all, this video that is coming up, let me tell y'all, it is about to explain everything. These are the two girls that have been with Raylan, aka
she going
Diamond.
by the name of Raylan. So she's from Maryland. So she ended up traveling all the way to Houston to my cousin. That's where she met my cousin in Houston. And when she met my cousin, after a while, she started opening up to my cousin and showing her pictures and all that, and said that she thinks she was the missing Diamond Bradley out of Chicago.
Now, hold on. Now, how did y'all even stumble across this missing person, and what made?
Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so I was at work one day. So I work at it's like a exotic store. Like you got the stripper shoes, the dance clothes. So she came in to talk to somebody about a job. Okay, so we end up meeting each other there. We end up going. We was partying, stuff like that. When I met her, when she first met me, she told me, she was looking to be a dancer or either a bottle girl. Okay, cool. So I want to say like a day after I met her, something had happened with a person who she was living with, or whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna state no names or whatever. And she called me. She was like, they put me out. I have nowhere to go and this and that. So I'm like, I got a good heart. I'm like, well, I ain't basically just say you can come stay with me. I'm like, well, you can just come pull up over here. If you want to talk, we can talk and stuff like that. So she ended up pulling up. We ended up going to have a drink, talk, or whatever the case might be. So at that point, I knew she was homeless. She didn't have nowhere to go.
Right.
I ended up taking her in. I'm not gonna lie, she didn't tell me about this Diamond Bradley story when she first met me. She did not.
Right.
She just told me she allegedly thought that she was a missing person. And I'm like, okay, right. What makes you think that? And basically, she took pictures. What you said?
She don't know her mom or dad?
Okay, so mom and dad. She said she remembered that she didn't know these people about when she was about like 3 years old. She remembered being transported in a car with another sibling to another state. That's how she ended up in Maryland.
And how old is she now?
Right now, well, if she's the person that she thinks she is, she'll be 25. But on the birth certificate that she have now under the Raylan name, she's 21. But hold up, it gets better.
Okay.
It gets better. So once she told my cousin that she felt like she was a missing person, she went as a normal person would do and then looked up missing persons from a certain, I think she said she did from 1998 until, like back in those years when she was a baby, like younger years.
Right.
So she said she stumbled up on the Diamond Bradley story and they mentioned a scar that was on her head. So
and she had the same scar?
She got the same scar. So when she saw that, she was like, and then she was looking, she had pictures as a baby. I mean, they're explicit, but she does have pictures as a baby. And that was given to her, that they're saying this is her, that the people are saying it's her, the people who got her.
Hold on, Deanna, I'm coming right now, girl. Hold on. Thank you for putting that in the comments, girl. Hey, girl.
Hey. Can you hear me?
Hey, thank you for coming up. Yes, I can hear you good.
You're doing
I feel like back in the day, girl. Thank you.
Job.
I'm trying. I'm doing my best.
Because
I
this
appreciate
story
it.
right here, nobody has touched this story but you.
Yep.
I ain't heard nobody else talk about it. And I'm like, I remember this. But what part of Maryland was she at?
She was in Virginia. And I know that she was in Maryland in middle school, but I don't know what part. Because Baltimore is Maryland, but I don't think it was Baltimore. Because like people say that's like two different places, really, even though it's all in Maryland.
I had lived in Maryland. I think it was 2011. I was there. And I remember my daughter. My daughter is she'll rescue people. She'll rescue animals. And she brought this young girl around. And the young girl asked her who her parents was because she was come to my house. I said, I'm about to take you to the police station because if you said you're missing, I got to take you there.
Right.
She was a very pretty girl. And it was just so weird that that conversation came out that I'm now remembering this conversation. And she was in high school because she went to school with my daughter. And I found it to be weird. And next thing I know, the girl just disappeared. We never seen her again.
Yeah, and you know what? They said that she's been saying that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's been saying it all her life. That's why they got her on the psych meds and stuff. I feel like, and you see how when they called the Houston Police Department, she said that the police laughed at them. You know what I'm saying? So
and that don't make no sense either because number one, you take them to the FBI because that's the FBI's case. It has not closed. It's still open.
Yeah.
So the FBI would know who these people are. And you don't ask the parents, oh, wait a minute, let me check and see if it's there. No, you don't ask them nothing.
You don't ask the parents. Thank you, sis.
Yes,
you don't ask the parents.
You're the FBI. You're the biggest people in the
Zero.
world,
Right.
and you are to do that DNA, whether they give it to you or not. Excuse
Or
me,
not.
I'm a buku smob. I need to make sure this is your child. But I
Yep.
do believe that they sold those girls.
Me too. Because what we're gonna talk about with the girl on MySpace, it was a girl about 7 to 10 years ago. The girl, her picture was up on that last video. She said that she was Tianda, or somebody said she was Tianda, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the dad came and was like, "No, that's my daughter. She's got mental health issues." And it never did. Nobody ever did a DNA or nothing. That girl just disappeared, and that was back in MySpace days. She was trying to say she was Tianda.
And I
She
noticed
was
they
trying to
keep
say she.
saying Diamond and not Tiana. They're not. It seems
Yes,
like they're
yes,
looking
Jason.
for one at a time, when all this has been going, things like this has been going on for years. It ain't just
Yeah,
started. We're just learning that this is what happens. Like you said with January, New Year's Eve.
yeah.
I found out January, New Year's Eve is something else, but it's more evil than
Good.
slavery.
Oh yeah,
Evil.
even deeper than that. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah. And Christmas too.
Yep.
Did
It
you?
all
You?
goes deeper than what this is. But
Yep.
this has been going on for years, just like in my state.
Mm-hmm.
2019, I'm finding out 600 kids were missing.
Oh,
And I'm like, well, where's the parents? Where's the
right.
parents of these kids missing? 220, missing some more. So I'm asking the governor and the DHHHR, which I call them Jezebels, where are these children? I do.
Right.
It's in the Bible. I can call them Jezebels. They
Yes.
are. Where's
Yeah.
these children? One woman
Yeah.
spoke up and said she don't know where these kids are. She cannot find these children. And the next thing you know, she disappeared.
What?
She disappeared.
And it's and you know, it sounds crazy, but I believe stuff like that, because just like with the girl Diamond, she said that the one person who didn't treat her like crap in that house and who told her you're not crazy. So we got a picture in our minds, and this for the chat too. Y'all just imagine a girl being, kidnapped at 3, and then you 5, 4, 5, 6, and you saying my name is Diamond, my name not Ray Lynn is Diamond, or something like that, right? And then everybody's telling you crazy, and then
Crazy.
your brother tell you you're not crazy, you're not
Girl,
crazy.
that just mean I've been crazy for all my life.
Me,
Because I told people, I don't belong in this country. I
yeah,
belong somewhere else.
yeah,
And come to find out, we don't belong here.
facts.
We
We
do
we
not
don't,
belong here. So
we
for her
don't.
to say that, she felt that on the inside
That's
of her, that she was somebody else.
else.
But
And then at 3, you don't really remember things, but you got glimpses of things. Like I have glimpses, but the glimpses that I have are the most traumatic things, like a fight
yes,
between my parents or a fight in somebody in my family. I might remember a little bit of that because it was so traumatic. So I
and that's
think
the
that
things
those
we remember
memories they
is the
tried to beat
traumatic
out of
things.
her. Hmm?
I believe while this special is coming out, I believe they found both of those
They
girls.
found her.
They're just not going to say it
Yep.
until then.
And I know they for sure found Diamond, because all of this now, it's like the family, the aunt that I was showing you, who wear the shirt with that, she wasn't doing that, but now she's doing it because she wants them to see that she was still looking for them, because their mom is not.
Now,
Their
who's the
mom
older
wanted.
lady? There's an older lady, because when they keep, rehearsing the special that's coming up, is one older lady kept saying, how come she's the only one still searching for those girls, her
Sheila.
nieces?
Yep, Sheila. And I
Okay.
and so and uh what's her name? Rita tried to say that Sheila slept with George Washington, but I don't believe that. I'm gonna wait for the special to come out, because I feel like Sheila was just trying to say something to get the heat off of her mom. Because she feel like she want to protect her mom, which I understand that. But
Somebody, and like that girl was saying, so many people have been unalived. Well, that's guilt. Somebody has a lot of guilt.
mm-hmm.
that they know what happened, they know what took place,
She saw a
and
lot of
they're not
stuff.
going to say anything
Yep.
because it's a crime. When you do something
Yep.
against children, it's called crimes against humanity.
Yep. Yep. And
But
people don't
yeah,
know
I
that
was
that
I'm
word,
waiting
H
for
word,
it.
human T. That's what I'm gonna
Hmm.
call it. Human T. That's a big thing. People don't know how deep it goes.
That's
So
huge.
what I was trying to
Huge.
explain yesterday, how the Underground Railroad, how they had like
Hmm.
stops, right? That they put the slaves underground sometimes in people houses, like in the basements or whatever, and they would have stops of people like say if they coming through the woods, right, and they've been walking for 6 hours, they're gonna know who to look for, who is a safe person to go to by the last person they was with. They're gonna say she gonna have a red flag in the window, or he gonna have a blue hat sitting on the porch. That's the next safe house that you're gonna see. So that's how they got to where they were going, right? What do y'all think they do with human trafficking? Somebody in Texas knows somebody in
Same thing.
Virginia, somebody in, you know what I'm saying? So the reason the girl house got vandalized, I feel like, is because somebody that's in that area probably wanted to scare them, because it's not just a one person thing. This is a
This is big.
trafficking situation. So
Yes,
we're
this is
talking about
huge.
state to state.
Yep. That's why I mentioned The Sound of Freedom, because
Yeah,
that's what that movie is all about. How they
I want to watch
get
it.
your kids and where they take them, and just, oh
Mm.
God.
I want to
Uh,
see all of that. I wish I did not have to go to work in the morning, girl, because I gotta go now. It's 8:30. Y'all, I want to stay,
well,
but
you
I
got
gotta
work
go
to
to work.
do,
Cash
and
gotta go to
we
sleep.
can figure out things ourselves. But that's a good movie to look at. I recommend anybody to look at that, because when the kids were found, they sung the song and clapped their hands. It's called Sound of Freedom. When they clap their hands and say, I clap
Yeah,
my hands and sing every day. Yes, this is Sound of Freedom.
yes, Sound of Freedom.
Girl,
Yes,
anybody go to mess with my grandkids, I'm sorry, you're gonna see my name in the newspaper and
I
I'm gonna
promise
be
you,
locked up.
the real meaning of over my dead body. You hear me? Like, period. You're not my children, not my
And
nephews, nieces,
yep, now my
nothing.
nieces. Yep, I got a
But
family
I
that's
feel
just
like,
woo,
yeah, right. But I feel like, that's how I feel when I think about Diamond. Like a
uh,
slave, bro. Like a slave
Raven.
who
If you have a fire stick, I found it
mm-hmm.
on a with with my fire stick, but it's out in some states, in some movie theaters, but they're trying to block that movie from getting out worldwide. They don't want it
I
out.
heard this before.
Yep, they don't
Somebody
want it
else
out.
told me about this movie.
They were trying to
Who else
stop
told me?
even in my state. It's not here. The movie is not here. But
Somebody
some
else
states
said this.
they're blocking that movie. They're
Yeah,
blocking
let
it.
me write
Now,
that
Mel
down. The
Gibson,
Sound
Mel
of Freedom.
Gibson,
Who
Sound of
said
Freedom.
that?
Mel Gibson has a lot to do with this movie. I forget the man's name that actually did the movie, but he's a former, I think he's former CIA.
I feel
That
like
his
it was
child got
Eutraya
took
or
it.
Raven who told me about it. She
Yeah, she
said
said
on
on
the fire
Fire
stick.
Stick. Yeah, it's on the fire. If you got Fire Stick, look it up. Sound of Freedom. But going to the movies to see it, if it's in your state, go see it. But some people, it's just not in some states. They don't want it out worldwide, because to let people know. We already
No,
think these things, but they
I
don't want
heard
you to
this.
really know that these things are really going on. We
Right.
already know, especially as Black
Right.
folks. We already know.
We already know, but they don't want it to be in they don't want us to have that confirmation. See, that's what it
Uh,
is. They don't want us to
it's
have that
it's
confirmation.
funny.
We
Yeah, but
got
you
it. It's on
should just
fire stick.
yeah.
And before I go, Deanna, I want to say thank you so much for coming up here, girl. And I
Oh,
hope
you're
you come
welcome.
back tomorrow, because I'm gonna be back. But before I go, I'm
I
gonna play
usually
this
do my
video
Bible
again.
study, and so it depends on what time you come on.
What time is good for you?
Because I got to, whatever good time is good for you. It's your show.
I
You
know
can
you're right.
see, I can always, what they call it, replay. I can always replay.
Yeah, that's true. Yep,
But
always replay.
Sunday, I will be here, because this is,
Okay.
woo. But think about it. The Sound of Freedom came out, then this came out.
That's true. Because
You
I
know, when
did
you
hear
have
about that.
something else to come out first, then something else is followed behind it. It's the
Mm-hmm.
same thing. Same thing. Always,
Yep.
always look at that what's come out first, and then something
And
like
then
this
what
has come
happens
back.
next?
It has come
And
back.
that's
This has come
true.
back.
That is true. I know what you're talking about because even with that virus, you remember what was
Right.
happening? It was something that happened first, and
Yep.
then that happened.
Yep.
Girl, we on the
Um,
same page.
it was that basketball player. The basketball player and his daughter, the plane that went down. Who was that? Kobe Bryant?
Kobe.
Kobe
Kobe.
Bryant and the virus was on the same page. But
Synonymous,
Kobe's
right?
was bigger than the virus. That happened in 2019.
Yep. And the virus happened right after that. Oh,
Well,
it was right after that.
it's come back. They said
It
it's
happened in
coming.
2019, Kobe. I don't know
Yep.
why I thought it was 2020. It
Mm-mm.
was 2019.
2019. Even I got the virus in October, but they didn't know what it was.
Okay. Oh yeah, they didn't know what it was because
Yep. So
they knew what it was in
2020,
January.
2020, they put a name on it.
Yeah. I'm glad that you survived it because you caught the worst of it if you caught it first. Because they
I
didn't even know, you know?
They gave me what they call a Z-pack. I did what my
I know what that
mama
is.
used to do. I did a hot toddy, covered
Yeah.
up in the covers, and girl, it was
Mm-hmm.
gone the next day.
Yeah.
Go back.
My brother
We need
had
to
to
go
take one
back
of those
to
for a
our
bad
heritage.
infection he had in his sinuses.
And then it takes over what you already have. I'm a diabetic, so it's going to take over what you already have. But
Yeah,
I
right.
already
It's
knew
going
what to do.
to attack what's already wrong with your body, right?
Girl, I knew what to do. God said, go back. Go back. You need to
Mm-hmm.
go back. Well, I'm going back in my past. I remember them hot toddies my mom used to drink. I remember that nasty castor oil you
Right?
had to drink. Oh,
Oh, yes.
yes. But I did it. I like my hot toddies. I get a little spoon
Mm-hmm.
every now and again.
I didn't know
But
what a
it's,
hot toddy was until about 10 years ago.
oh my god, girl, go there. All this stuff. They in the stores, I went to buy some allergy pills.
Mm-hmm.
From what I used to pay, $2.50 has went up to $10 for
Yep.
20. You done lost your mind if you think I'm buying it. Hot toddies, here I come.
Yep.
Yep. It's just,
And Yushraya agree with you too. She said it's too much info being put out. That's true.
yeah,
It's too
because
much
they
info
don't,
being put out for it to be nothing about to happen.
exactly. And since we're now waking up, some of us are waking up. Some of us don't believe what they are seeing could be possibly true. I
Mm-hmm.
believe it.
I believe
Because
it.
since that movie came out, and then these girls coming out, and I'm like, whoa, yep, they got to do with each
Yeah.
other.
Yeah.
They don't want
And
you to
it's
know
like
they've
that's a
been
big
trafficking. I mean, they don't want you to know they've been taking these children and doing what they want to do. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
yes.
Oh
That's
my
all I
God.
can think too. Because they said that the pictures was explicit. And I'm like, what?
How would you, what? When I heard you
They
say it, I was
said
like,
that she had
I thought of a movie I seen.
mm-hmm.
The young girl lost her mind, said she was crazy because she remember her uncle and a group of men did some things to her, and she found the pictures. She
What?
found she found the picture. It was a movie. I can't remember the movie, but when you said it, I remember I watched a movie like that, and the only way her memory came back was she found the pictures. She kept trying to tell her dad she didn't like one of her uncles, and
Mm-hmm.
she told her dad she believed her uncle did something, but since she was so young, the piece by piece, by her being in that house, it started coming to fruition. But when she found the
Yeah.
pictures, so let's just say she unalive her suspects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm glad that that's a happy ending right there. But Deanna, thank you so much, girl. I really gotta go. I was supposed to get off at 8:30, but I'm enjoying you and enjoying y'all. But don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna be back tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm gonna have some new stuff. Tomorrow I'm gonna have more, because I'm gonna just do more work tonight after everybody in the bed and I'm good. I'm gonna do more work tonight, girl.
Well, I'll see you
We'll have
tomorrow,
more
and I definitely
information.
will see you Sunday. We're gonna break this down like dynamite.
Yes, I can't wait. I can't wait.
I like
God is
stuff
good.
like this,
Me
investigative.
too. Yep.
All right,
And I
P.
remember when we talked about it when we was on Auntie Shook Live. Remember we
Mm-hmm.
was like we like true crime stuff,
We like true
and
crime
it's
stuff. Yes, we
crazy.
do.
All right,
Yes.
love you.
I love you too. You take care. Good night, chat, and all of y'all have a nice night.
All right, thank you.
Coffee time for me.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful, y'all. That's my auntie Deanna, y'all. She over here supporting me, man. Her and Auntie Suge, man. I appreciate them so much. Raven, Yusraya, Kelly, Miss T came through, Jason. I'm gonna show that video one more time, y'all. Shout out to my mama. Mama, I'm gonna call you back in five minutes, mama. Give me 5 minutes, mama. I'll call you back. It's unprofessional to just start talking on the phone, child. All right. I just want y'all to know I appreciate you, man. I do. And tomorrow we're gonna get right back to it. I'm gonna try to come on a little earlier tomorrow so I have an extra hour because I really want to break some more stuff down. And Deanna, you were so right about a lot of stuff you just said. Like, of course you know that because it's something bigger happening with this story, and I feel like we all can feel it. We all know that something bigger is about to happen. And all we can do is brace ourselves and get ready for it. But we're gonna be right there. We're gonna be right there. And we're gonna find out all the tea. The lady said that there's a lot of new information, and we're gonna see how much new information we can get before the show come out. Because it's all out here. So now I'm gonna create me a TikTok account, y'all, because it's a lot of tea on TikTok, but you just gotta dig. So me, Shreya, and Raven, we're gonna be getting some more details. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this story, you guys. So I'm gonna play it one more time, and then we're gonna be out of here, okay? And I'll be back tomorrow, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow.
Now, or who was raising her, who raised her.
Right.
And she was.
Okay, y'all, part 3. This is about to be steaming hot. Yesterday, I posted Diamond Bradley's father, George Washington, and that was not the correct picture. I was moving too fast. This is the correct man right here. Y'all can compare and see if he looks like Diamond, aka Raylan. But y'all, this video that is coming up, let me tell y'all, it is the correct man right here.
This is George Washington. He looks like he a part of an ex-trafficking ring, y'all. I could see him going to Tracy with this idea. Look at him. And if you put Tracy and him together, you get Diamond. I'm just saying. I can totally see it. I can totally see it. That's Diamond, y'all.
Y'all can compare and see if he looks like Diamond, aka Raylan. But y'all, this video that is coming up, let me tell y'all, it is about to explain everything. These are the two girls that have been with Raylan, aka
she going
Diamond.
by the name of Raylan. So she's from Maryland. So she ended up traveling all the way to Houston to my cousin. That's where she met my cousin in Houston. And when she met my cousin, after a while, she started opening up to my cousin and showing her pictures and all that, and said that she thinks she was the missing Diamond Bradley out of Chicago.
Now, hold on. Now, how did y'all even stumble across this missing person, and what made?
Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so I was at work one day. So I work at it's like a exotic store. Like you got the stripper shoes, the dance clothes. So she came in to talk to somebody about a job. Okay, so we end up meeting each other there. We end up going, we was partying, stuff like that. When I met her, when she first met me, she told me, she was looking to be a dancer or either a bottle girl. Okay, cool. So I want to say like a day after I met her, something had happened with a person who she was living with. Or whatever the case may be. I'm not gonna state no names or whatever. And she called me. She was like, They put me out. I have nowhere to go, and this and that. So, I'm like, I got a good heart. I'm like, well,
Thank
I
you,
ain't basically
Deanna.
just say you can come stay with me. I'm like, well, you can just come pull up over here. If you want to talk, we can talk and stuff like that. So she ended up pulling up. We ended up going to have a drink, talk, or whatever the case might be. So, at that point, I knew she was homeless. She didn't have nowhere to go.
Right.
I ended up me about this Diamond Bradley story when she first met me. She did not.
Right.
She just told me she allegedly thought that she was a missing person. I'm like, okay,
right.
What makes you think that? And basically, she just started running down to me all her life stories.
So she don't know her mama?
Pictures. What you said?
She don't know her mama or dad?
Okay, so
you know the people who raised her.
A mom and dad, but she feel like that's not her mom and dad.
She said she remembered that she didn't know these people about when she was about like 3 years old. She remembered being transported in a car with another sibling to another state. That's how she ended up in Maryland.
And how old is she now?
Right now, well, if she's the person that she thinks she is, she'll be 25. But on the birth certificate that she have now under the Raylan name, she's 21.
But hold up, it gets better.
Okay.
It gets better. So once she told my cousin that she felt like she was a missing person, she went as a normal person would do and then looked up missing persons from a certain, I think she said she did from 1998 until, like back in those years when she was a baby, like younger years.
Right.
So she said she stumbled up on the Diamond Bradley story and they mentioned a scar that was on her head. So
and she had the same scar?
She got the same scar. So when she saw that, she was like, she think, and then she was looking, she had pictures as a baby. I mean, they're explicit, but she does have pictures as a baby.
They're explicit, but she does have pictures.
Was given to her that they're saying this is her. That the people are saying is her. The people who got her now or who was raising her, who raised her.
Right.
And she was like, she feel like she was that girl because that exact same scar she had. So then when she told my cousin finally broke out, like one day, at first she didn't say nothing, but she was just crying one day. And she told my cousin, she was like, I think I'm this missing child. She was like, all my life, I never felt like this was my family. I felt like I was like a slave in this family. Like I felt like, I knew I was different.
Okay, so can I ask y'all, where is Diamond now?
So I'm gonna just tell y'all this. So okay, I just felt unsafe right now. So I feel like the best thing for me and her to do is part ways, because when I woke up this morning, my tires were flat, my windows was busted. It's like everything is just getting so serious. So, like I told her, I gave her some money. She has her own car. She has her own.
They're trying to scare her off so that if she puts Diamond out and Diamond's on the street, we already know that Diamond is willing to, dance or strip or whatever, or do whatever she got to survive. And I'm afraid. I hope that Diamond is not doing that, because I'm afraid that they would try to send somebody to hurt Diamond, and it just be a Jane Doe because it was a P word or a stripper. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that they didn't put her out like they said. I think that like they said they didn't put her out. They put her in a different place, y'all. So I don't think they put her out. I think they put her in a different place because they believe her. They know it's true. And they are keeping certain details away from us too, as they should, as being good friends or whatever. But you can look at this girl's face and tell this girl telling the truth, like, this is how it happened and this is somebody else. It gets even deeper than what she said. So I'm going to try to find them, y'all, because I want to do an interview with them. But I know that up until a certain point, they got to keep things quiet. How, for all we know, that DNA test could have been came back as that is Diamond. And if it did, you heard the sister say that if the DNA test does come back and she is my niece, we would not tell you guys until we build our relationship up and have our relationship strong. So she's still worrying about how everything would look to the public. Because why would you not want to tell nobody until y'all relationship strong? What if she don't want nothing to do with y'all? Y'all gonna act like she not y'all daughter or niece? Did you think that through? What if she need 18
I gave her
years?
some money.
Like
told her,
y'all
look,
gave
I
us.
don't mean no harm about it. I wish I could stay with you, but for the safety of me and my kids, I have to go my way and you have to go your way. Just until the DNA come back. I said, if you need anything, you can call me. If you feel, that you're in danger, you can call me. But right now, I feel like the best thing was for me and her to do was to separate for my safety and the safety of my kids, because right now I'm not safe.
So you kicked the girl out?
No, I didn't kick her out. The thing is, I asked her to call her family, and it was like she gave me like this scared look, like I don't want to call them. So I'm like, well, you gotta let these people know that I'm not holding you hostage and that you okay.
They're not gonna understand it until we explain how deep it gets.
Okay,
let me explain how deep it gets. Hold up, cuz.
Okay.
So look, so once she said that, my cousin immediately took her to the FBI in Houston.
You took her to the federal.
Yeah. What else was she supposed to do? She's saying she a missing child.
So what we did was, first we called the Houston Police Department. She told them her situation. They thought it was a joke. They laughed. They say, Houston don't have a missing person unit. Okay, cool. They say y'all have to go to the FBI. So she called the FBI, and the FBI told her to come up there, let them see what she's talking about. So when we made it to the FBI, they looked at the ID that she had. They say, this not real. Like, is your ID fake too? I'm like, my ID is real. I say, her shit might be fake, but mine's real. So then she got to break it down.
ID from?
The family gave it to her. She said the family gave it to her.
Oh Lord, have
The
mercy.
people that raised it. So she gave them the birth certificate too, and they said the birth certificate wasn't real.
She wasn't never supposed to leave
y'all,
out of
part
Maryland.
3. This is about.
And we're going to get the rest of that, y'all. Y'all just hold on. Give me till tomorrow. We're going to get more information on that, y'all. I need y'all to ride on that until tomorrow for me, okay? Thank y'all so much. See you, baby. See you, baby. Shabbat shalom, baby. All right, sis. I'll see y'all. Love y'all. Shout out to Jason, Miss T. Who else we had in here tonight? We had who else we had in here? Raven, Shreya, Kelly. I'm waiting on Ghastly True Crimes to come back, child. Deanna. Everybody, Kelly Harvard, all of y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Thank y'all for hanging in there with me and staying with me through this whole thing. Yes, girl, there you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all have a good night, man. I appreciate you guys. See you guys tomorrow. I'll let you know what time. I'll give y'all about an hour or 2 hours ahead. But as soon as I get off work tomorrow, I'm coming straight to set the live up, okay? So I'll see y'all tomorrow. Love y'all. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.